Welcome back to The Talk. A fire outbreak occurred at Dangote's $20 billion refinery on June 26, 2024. Reports say many things like how there were no casualties and that they were able to put the fire out quickly. But in all that story, the cause of the fire remained anonymous. Now, a $20 billion refinery with a mission that aims to process enough oil to make Nigeria self-sufficient and supply petrol, diesel, and jet fuel to other African countries falls into distress, and the reason for the distress remains anonymous. The amount of trust put into this refinery is more than enough to put a hold on Dangote himself. It then asks the question, should the fire have happened? Many things cause fires, especially in refineries. Some may be accidents that people could not control or prevent, and then there are accidents that could be very much preventable. This is mostly caused by carelessness or lack of instructions. But they both share something in common, which is the action of the staff on the ground. The conversation, regardless of the situation, will go a little bit like this. There is no such thing as an unpreventable accident. They just take our money and give excuses. Or, so what's the point of the company if they can't even prevent their own workers from doing something careless? Because of the land that the refinery is built on and the number of gases and noise the refinery produces, Dangote has promised the people living in local areas around the refinery that they would give jobs to the locals. But this doesn't cover up for the lack of knowledge and understanding that it takes to handle such chemicals. What if they move the oil a bit too much and it destroys the quality of the oil? Or they open a gas that shouldn't be opened and it causes a fire? Proper staff selection is needed, especially at a refinery that is backing Nigeria's oil and gas. Even a simple job like carrying the gas from one location to another needs a level of understanding of how to react when something isn't right, and how to drive the trailer that carries these products. Nowadays, drivers carrying fuel are careless. A good instance is the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. How many times has that burned down? The lack of constant supervision of highly flammable materials led to a fire. These materials require 24-hour oversight, as any additional heat can cause a catastrophic explosion. Unfortunately, the organization lacks specialized personnel from this important task, relying instead on general supervisions. This is a cost-saving measure, as there are very few specialists available in the country. There may even be more to the fire than we know. There may be safety hazards that were not properly handled, or safety precautions that were not followed. A fire in an oil company doesn't just happen. Something or someone started it. As Newton's first law of motion states, an object in rest will remain at rest, and an object in motion will continue moving with a constant velocity until acted upon by an external force. So, what is the external force that caused the fire? When steps are not followed in an organization, some violations have consequences. The National Environment Standard and Regulation Enforcement Agency Act of 2007, Section 7, provides authority to ensure compliance with environmental laws, local and international, on environmental sanitation and pollution prevention. These laws are needed for an organization to ensure their staff selection is impenetrable. I mean, how are we sure the fire isn't a scheme for something else you are hiding? Most of our refineries in Nigeria were shut down due to poor maintenance and insufficient supply of crude oil. A refinery needs to be working at least 90% capacity. If not, it's as good as a closed refinery. We as a country do not need another failed refinery with the list of other failed refineries. We only see what we are shown. But when things do not add up, questions are being asked. We are optimistic that the refinery is in good condition and the expenses for reconstruction after the fire will be minimal. We hope that within the next few weeks, the refinery will resume full operations, maintaining strict control to prevent any unethical practices. According to Dangote's spokesperson, the refinery is operating, so hope is not lost. Nigerians have high expectations for Dangote's refinery to build Nigeria's oil and gas reputation back to its original glory or even better. But we can't push the refinery forward if we are not sure the refinery is strong enough to handle such pressure. We need answers. This refinery is a two-way business partnership. The citizens push out the success of the refinery, and the refinery provides us with fuel and popularity. But we can't do that if we are unsure about the refinery itself. This has been Padilla Today.